All right. So thank you to everybody who's been calling and dropping us the voicemails. We love them. So crypto therapy, as usual, if you have a crypto question, call toll free 1-888-90 token. That's 1-888-908-6536 to submit your question. We love getting your voicemails. This is toll free. We accept calls from the US and international. All right, so let's go to the first question. Okay, so let's play the voicemail.
Hello, my name is Sheldon Deere. I've been in the space for a while, and I'd like y'all's opinion on something. Someone recommended your tool to me. So I'm wondering, your machine learning is supposed to do both FA and TA. So how are you guys seeing the sort of converged image of the market after DOT and other similar interoperability protocols get deployed? I'm wondering how people will evaluate the value of smart contract platforms when any smart contract platform can talk to any other. Because obviously I'm invested in some smart contract platforms, and there's new ones coming online today. So just curious about what y'all see as the sort of hyper-converged chains talking to chains through things, not just Polkadot, but, you know, more than atomic swaps. How do you guys see the future in the interoperability space with the tech moving forward, with DAG becoming a consideration? How do you guys see the market moving in the context of altcoins and Bitcoin?
All right, thank you, caller. Thank you for that question. So basically, the question is, what's the future of interoperability if we have all these different blockchains talking to each other and the smart contract? Then, what smart contract blockchain will win out? And a very, very good question. Now, from our research, in terms of the technology and fundamentals and everything, our top interoperability blockchains in this order are basically Polkadot, followed by Cosmos. Then we'll probably add in Icon as the third. So I would say those are the top three. You obviously have AI on one chain as well, but our top three are those. So if we have a world where all those are able to connect other blockchains, Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, whatever, what happens to interoperability? I think the winner will go to the blockchain with the largest developer community, right? I would say the blockchain with the best technology and the best developer community. And right now, quite frankly, it looks like Polkadot. I mean, Polkadot has come almost out of nowhere, even though they had their ICO back in 2017, and it's been kind of building for a while. But this year, the narrative for Polkadot has been huge, to a point that I think it's become Polkadot's race to lose, because they have the better technology and they have the better developer community, and they have lots of people building on top of it. And then you also have Cosmos as well, which is pretty good project in its own right. But I think right now, just I would say the quality of projects we're seeing in terms of those being built on Polkadot, I think it's really Polkadot's race to lose. And I think Cosmos is the second. Now, I don't think there has to be like just one winner. I think there's enough I think the pie is big enough for everybody, but I think in terms of where most of the value will be captured, I believe it will be Polkadot, right? I mean, if I had to put my money into one project, it would be Polkadot. Now, Icon is also good in its own right. Icon is kind of doing lots of great things, but Icon could really carve out its own niche because they have lots of partnerships with other organizations in Korea and Asia, so they could maybe become like the interoperability for Korea or parts of Asia. Now, I don't think, but in terms of like general interoperability, I think right now Polkadot is the one, also based on market cap. Cosmos is second, and Icon is basically third. Bill, any comments on either of that? Okay, we can't hear you, Bill. You're on mute, Bill?
Got it.
Okay, all right.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, so let's talk about this. So interoperability. One of the things that happened that I noticed, that we have Cosmos in our like value portfolios, right? And even though we really liked Cosmos, we were getting old waiting for it to go anywhere. And then all of a sudden, Cosmos woke up, okay? So that's one plus for this whole interoperability narrative, right? In other words, one thing you want to do after a correction is say, is the narrative still in check? So first we had Cosmos rally, and then Cosmos, declined, but then bounced. Now in Polkadot, very important. Last time we talked about Polkadot, we had so many people who loved it that I was a little bit skeptical that it could go straight up without shaking some people out. And I have to admit, this was very hard to chart. All right, so I'm looking at an intraday chart of Polkadot here, and I'm noticing that this whole washout, right? This is what happens when people love something, right? But they buy it at the wrong price, right? This is the future. This is what's going to help. But if you bought it at 8 or 5.5, and you're looking at it print below 4 right here, you're probably panicking. Meanwhile, if you take a look over here, right? Polkadot, like a horse in a Kentucky Derby, this area around 370 or 4, that's where the whole rally started from, right? In other words, no one caught this part, but once people caught on, Polkadot was on fire, right? So what happened? Great story. People bought. Most people missed it. They shook everyone out. Okay. And then everyone was like, I think I'm too scared to buy it. I understand that. I get it. But that's the whole definition of bull markets, because at the low, people are too scared. But what happens when it starts to go up and people get left? They go, well, I'm not missing this again. Cosmos, the same thing, right? So this narrative is in check, and price is set up for people to come in and express their view.
Very, very good points, Bill. Yeah, I mean, so I think the narrative, as Bill mentioned, is in check. But I think what really makes Polkadot even stronger is you have the interoperability narrative, but you also have the DeFi narrative, right? So Akala is launching and all these other projects. So, and right now Ethereum is facing its challenges with scaling and just transaction fees. So if they can just kind of get all that interest and channel that onto Polkadot, even with DEXs launching like PolkaSwap, Polkadot can really catch fire, right? Obviously not financial advice, just kind of trying to talk about those two narratives coming together. But tell us what you think. Are you bullish on Polkadot? Are you bullish on any other interoperability blockchain, whether Icon, Cosmos? Tell us what you think down in the comments below. And thank you, caller.